Assalamu alaikum, and I'm your host Amna Shah, and we are back again with another amazing event. So we are here at the International Film Festival, South Asian Festival here in Mississauga, and we are so excited. It's one of the biggest South Asian festivals in North America, in Canada. So please stay in touch and watch the video for more interviews. The feature film October is going to be premiered tonight, and we're really, really excited for it. So keep watching. It's a story of love. And I'm your host, Amna Shah.
Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the seventh annual International Film Festival of South Asia, IFFSA. I should say BMO IFFSA. It is the largest film festival, the largest South Asian film festival in North America. We're looking at 150 films, 50 events, 12 days, and over 15 different languages. That is BMO IFFSA. What a great success story. My name is Jake Deere. I'm an advisor to BMO IFFSA. And my dear friend to my left is Sarabjit Kaur. She's exceptional, and she too is an advisor to this wonderful festival. Good to have you with me.
Nice to be with you, Jake.
Thanks, buddy. Thank you. I am going to be here for about another 15 minutes or so, and then Sarabjit's going to take it over because she'll do a lot better job than I will. So we have some very, very special people. I think we're going to talk. So here's how the afternoon will go. We'll have a couple of presentations from our elected officials, and then we'll invite our president and founder to say a few words, and then we have a very special performance for you. In this year's theme, we have 2 themes this year. Do you want to talk about those?
So every year we try to use the festival as a platform to talk about important causes in our community, the South Asian community and the wider community. So this year the entire film lineup has been curated around the themes of women and women empowerment and mental health. We have a collaboration with CAMH, and we are really striving to let this festival and this network be a way for people to talk about mental health issues without shame and get the help they need and get the support they need.
That's fabulous. And you know, the festival days, folks, we will have panel discussions and various different topics and so on. So it's terrific. It's very right time, and I commend the folks who are initiating this. We will then have somebody, Dr. Gurshan Verdi, come up from CAMH, as well as a wonderful young lady who has used this medium to really share her story of abuse and so on. And now she's actually empowering other young women also to come out, and she's quite exceptional. And then we'll bring our filmmakers up here, and then we'll have another performance, and then there'll be a wonderful reception. All right, so that's the plan, and we're going to start off by introducing the gentleman who founded this whole thing and got all of us involved, the founder and the president of this wonderful organization, BMO IFFSA. Would you please welcome Mr. Sunny Gill?
Thank you, Jake. Thank you, Sarabjit. So welcome everyone. On behalf of the entire festival team, thank you once again for joining us at the launch of the largest South Asian Film Festival in North America. So we are proud to see that with your help and support, this festival has continued to grow each year and has become the most powerful voice of South Asian cinema in Canada. As we continue to grow each year, we have laid the foundation of the festival on 3 important pillars. So entertainment, education, and film business. Cinema is a powerful tool for cultural awareness, education, leisure, and propaganda. As the South Asian population continues to grow in GTA, IFFSA has become a platform to share our stories with a wider Canadian community through the medium of films. While we bring an abundance of entertaining films that promise to entertain you via an eclectic selection of films this year, we are also very proud of our programming that bring awareness to issues regarding mental health and women empowerment. Through our carefully curated lineup of films and IFFSA's partnership with GameEdge, we are bringing these issues to the forefront and bring awareness about these. We also take the role of education seriously. The festival serves as a platform for creative artists and filmmakers to use film to relay important ideas and messages. IFFSA remains committed to providing a platform for up-and-coming actors and directors by connecting them to masters of the craft through various workshops, seminars, and master classes. We are very thrilled to host some of the most talented names in the South Asian cinema: Anurag Kashyap, Hansal Mehta, Noob Singh, Mustafa Sarwar Farooqi, amongst others. We are able to connect like-minded individuals to each other and organizations with one another, thus encouraging collaboration and empowering individuals to pursue their dreams within the film industry. Amongst the diverse selection of 150 films that we are bringing this year and 50 plus events that are happening and various networking opportunities across the GTA, there really is something for everyone this year. Now we have a wonderful evening in store for you. Please enjoy it and the days ahead. Thank you very much.
I want to thank all of you for joining. I want to thank Sunny and the whole organizing team for the great work that you're doing with respect to making history. And I say that because that is really what storytelling does. It is writing our version of history, and those that write the history are the ones that really must be celebrated. This year's theme being women empowerment and mental health, I think are two very relevant stories, topics that really need to be shared. You know, in Budget 2018, our federal government announced $19 million to provide support to at-risk youth, as well as develop research for culturally focused mental health issues. Because we realize the importance of understanding what mental health means for different cultures. And I think that these films are a beautiful way of raising that awareness. I think this medium of spreading awareness is a very, very powerful tool. And it's great to see so many amazing people here out to add their voice, add your sponsorship dollars and your teams and efforts and volunteer hours to really shining light on the importance of these two themes. You know, a lot of Canadians are now saying the future is female. Okay, it was me who said it. But I think that that's really a place, Canada being a really safe place to talk about those gender issues, to talk about the fluidity of gender, and to really encourage and empower what is 50% of our population, a very diverse population as it is, and not just here in Canada but across the world. So when our federal government has really spun and really shifted what our international development policies are and focused on women and girls, and focused on the education of women and girls. So I really see eye to eye with Sunny and the whole team, because what they're doing with respect to spreading awareness, to building that story base, stories that have not been told, stories that need to be part of the narrative in order for us to internalize and accept what the reality really is. So this is a powerful moment. I'm looking forward to watching at least 1 or 2 films myself as they come out, and I will probably be seeing you there. Right now, though, I do have a small token of appreciation on behalf of our Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Justin Trudeau, as well as myself, Member of Parliament for Mississauga, Erin Mills. If I can please have Sunny and Inder come join me. for a small certificate of appreciation. Thank you all very much for all that you do, and thank you to both of you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I want to start by saying thank you. Thank you to Sunny and Inder. As the Minister responsible for the status of women, I really want to say that you couldn't have picked a better theme. This is so important that we go ahead and we look at these issues, especially in the time that we're in. We're in a moment of Time's Up and Me Too. And what a better opportunity to build awareness than through arts and culture. So thank you for everything that you've done in bringing this theme to life. It's so important for us at this point. And not only that, it completely aligns with the values of our government and the hard work that we've been doing in Ontario. I've had the pleasure just over the last month to introduce a women's economic empowerment strategy to ensure that all of the women in our province have an equal opportunity, whether it be through our women's centres or whether it be through offering more services for those who need them when they need them most. Not only that, we've also introduced our gender-based violence strategy, an investment of up to $242 million in preventing gender-based violence. This is aligning with those values. It's important to us to ensure that all women in Ontario and everybody in Ontario has an equal and fair and equal chance at an education. And that's why just last week we're proud to say that every child in Ontario will now have access to free daycare from the age of 2.5 until they're in kindergarten. This is going to enable women to go back to work, to contribute to the workforce, and to be able to make up things like the gender wage gap. Because when women are home, there's obviously a growing gender wage gap from day one, and we want to be able to deplete that. Last week, I had the honor of speaking in the legislature about the Pay Transparency Act to ensure that we can discuss our pay and women are not devalued or not undervaluing themselves when they're bargaining for fair wages. So we have been working really hard on women's issues. I'm thrilled to be here. I look forward to the videos that are going to be presented this year because it means so much to me to see how much growth we need in this. And on a different note, I think as the South Asian community, it's an important step that we needed to take. Over the last, just since the beginning of this year, we've seen some really unfortunate incidences. And unless we raise awareness, we're not going to be able to help those people in those situations. We're not going to be able to help our most vulnerable. Unfortunately, in the region of Peel, we've seen 8 homicides this year, which is, 1 was too many. 8 is just unspeakable, unthinkable. And 50% of those homicides were South Asian women. So this couldn't have come at a better time. Thank you, Inder, thank you, Sunny, and congratulations. I know how much work you put into this project every single year. You work endless hours, you start from the year before. Last year they were in my office a week after the festival and said, okay, so now we're going to start planning for next year. How can you help us? I know that it's not a one-day project. For those of us who are here, we show up, but you put your heart and soul into this. You've brought so much to the community, whether it be through culture and the arts. Thank you for everything that you're doing, and I look forward to a very successful festival and visiting you at a number of the upcoming events. Thank you again.
I'd like to introduce Aman Desi from the Bank of Montreal to come up and say a few words on behalf of our title sponsor.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? Good? Can I get a good? All right. My name is Aman Desi, and I am Vice President for the BMO Bank of Montreal team for the mortgage specialist, and I look after Brampton and Toronto West markets. On behalf of BMO Bank of Montreal, I would like to welcome you all to the media launch of the BMO International Film Fair Festival for South Asia 2018. It has a ring to it when you say BMO IFFSA. I think it's really cool. This will be the 6th year that BMO has had the privilege to be the title sponsors. Throughout this time, I have personally seen that how this festival has grown to such a big height, and also it's one of a kind in North America. They showcase the Asian art film in an inclusive and a diverse platform, and this in itself is something to be very, very proud of, and it should be celebrated. Now a little bit about IFFSA. IFFSA not only inspires our younger generation of the South Asian Canadians to harness their creativity, but they also showcase our Canada's diverse multicultural landscape while bringing the communities together. That is unbelievable as to what an opportunity we have here. And as we come together, I would like to extend a thank you to the organizing committee for allowing us to be your partner in this journey. Thank you for your collaborative nature and staying very true to your vision. For us, being the sponsor, it goes way well beyond words, titles, logos, banners. It's all about a partnership. It's about getting engaged and helping building relationships. We would also like to thank you to all the attendees and supporters of the festival, many of whom are also BMO customers. At BMO, we pride ourselves on saying that we are humans first and bankers second. And that's why we strive to be the bank that defines great customer experience. We thank you for supporting the festival, for being so welcoming and engaging. I look forward to many, many more years of having your support and seeing you in the community. We really thank you for your loyalty, and that is a sincere thank you from all of us to you. Once again, I would like to congratulate Sunny and Inder, and of course the entire IFFSA team, as we kick off things today, and for producing what I know will be a beautiful, tremendous, successful festival. The hard work and dedication that you put in, and the event goes unnoticed, right? You put in so much effort, so many sleepless nights into the event, your hard work will show. I hope you enjoy all the rest of the launch, and I'm looking forward to seeing you throughout the festival. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you again to BMO. We know it's the largest festival in North America, and it's in its 7th year now. It's hard to believe. And it's become an international icon and the voice of South Asian cinema in Canada. This is a 12-day extravaganza, and it showcases a diverse selection of the best feature films, documentaries, and short films from around the world on the themes of South Asian cultures and identities. And it's over 150 films, so you better get ready. In addition, it features concerts, gala events, lounge parties, seminars, workshops, and opportunities to rub shoulders with the stars, the producers, the directors, and members of the media, and more. Over time, IFFSA has grown and transformed into an institution with year-round operations. We are especially proud of so many Bramptonians who are actively involved in South Asian cultural scene and contributing to the proud cinema tradition of the region. This year, my residents are excited to watch the screening and the North America premiere of the Hindi feature film, October. IFFSA strives to heighten awareness of South Asian cultures and audiences of all cultural backgrounds, and identify through the medium of film and music. We would like to applaud IFFSA at this year. We know that you're going to be focusing and heightening awareness around 2 themes, women and mental health. I look forward to seeing the great collection of international acclaimed films on women's subjects and special segments on mental health. We applaud IFFSA for striking an innovative collaboration with the Center for Addiction and Mental Health, CAMH, to help bring forward these stories. So once again, a warm welcome and a warm congratulations to everyone here. I hope you get to as many films and events as you can through the festival. And on behalf of my council, congratulations.
Thank you. Brampton, center of the universe for that part of May, where it's all going to happen. We heard a lot about 2 gentlemen, Sunny and Inder, Sunny and Inder, Inder and Sunny. Those of us in the know, we just call them Suninder. So if you want to save a few seconds, you can just say Suninder. Big hand for Suninder, everybody. So what would South Asian cinema and this festival be without the color, the dance, the music, the songs? So to give you a little taste of that, we have some wonderful dancers here from Sanskriti Arts. So welcome, Sanskriti Arts.
तो खुद की खोज में निकल, तो किस लिए हताश है? तो चल, तेरे वजूद की समय को भी तलाश है, समय को भी तलाश है। जो तुझसे लिपटी बेड़ियां, समझना इनको वस्त्र दो। जो तुझसे लिपटी बेड़ियां, समझना इनको वस्त्र दो। ये बेड़ियां पिघाल के बना ले इनको शस्त्र दो, बना ले इनको शस्त्र दो। चुनर उड़ा के ध्वज बना, गगन भी कपकपाएगा। चुनर उड़ा के ध्वज बना, गगन भी कपकपाएगा। अगर तेरी चुनर गिरी तो एक भूकंप आएगा, एक भूकंप आएगा। तो खुद की खोज में निकल, तो किस लिए हताश है? तो चल, तेरे वजूद की समय को भी तलाश है, समय को भी तलाश है।
आज से अब से आन मेरी, मैं तुमको ना छूने दूंगी। जान को चाहे छलनी कर दो, मान को ना छूने दूंगी। आज से अब से आन मेरी, मैं तुमको ना छूने दूंगी। जान को चाहे छलनी कर दो, मान को ना छूने दूंगी। छू के देखो दिल मेरा, तुम्हें दिल में अपने बदलूंगी। पर छेड़ के देखो तो मुझको, मैं तुमको नहीं छोड़ूंगी। मैं तुमको नहीं छोड़ूंगी। तुमको नहीं छोड़ूंगी। जिस दुनिया में माँ बहने रिश्ते नहीं हैं, काली हैं, उस दुनिया से मर्यादा के रिश्ते सारे तोड़ूंगी। नजर बदल के देखो तो मैं नजर नहीं लगने दूंगी। पर छेड़ के देखो तो मुझको, मैं तुमको नहीं छोड़ूंगी। मैं तुमको नहीं छोड़ूंगी। मैं तुमको नहीं छोड़ूंगी।
Sanskrit the arts, everyone. Wow, I didn't know there was going to be acrobatics. That was really impressive. Thank you, ladies and one gentleman. Now, as I mentioned off the top, we have a very special collaboration this year with CAMH, the Center for Addiction and Mental Health. And we have a special guest here to speak on their behalf and tell us a little bit about the work they do. Unfortunately, 1 in 3 Canadians does struggle with mental health issues at some point in their life. And not always is everyone aware that they can get support. So we're really striving to make sure people understand when they do need help and where they can go when they need that support. And the other way that if you don't need help, you should certainly try to support CAMH and the wonderful work they do. Recently, they got a $100 million anonymous donor. If that person is in the room, please come see me after. But these are the kind of gifts that really help lift up everybody in our community. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Dr. Gersharn Verdi to come and speak with us on behalf of CAMH.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Gersharn Verdi, a researcher and psychologist at the Centre for Addiction and Mental Health, also known as CAMH. I'd like to thank IFFSA for inviting CAMH to join them this year as an official community partner. Mental illness, and this includes addictions, is one of the most pressing issues impacting the South Asian diaspora. Many barriers prevent our communities from accessing the right supports at the right time, specifically stigma, the lack of awareness of signs and symptoms, and also challenges with accessing culturally relevant services. So this partnership with BMO IFFSA is really exciting for us. Film and storytelling approaches have great power in shifting people's attitudes and opinions, and also generate important conversations that can combat mental illness and the related stigma within our communities. I would like to highlight 2 festival events that will be focusing on mental illness within South Asian communities. The first one is on May 15th, where CAMH and IFFSA are partnering to launch the Roshni Project short film series. So these are 4 films that have been co-created by young South Asian women that have experienced mental health and addiction issues. Some of them are actually here today. Embedded within the 4 films are calls to actions for our family members, faith leaders, educators, and mainstream mental health services. The second event is happening on Sunday, May the 13th, and IFFSA will be screening the well-received British drama called The Boy with the Top Knot. This film is based on a great book by Satnam Sanghera, and the film explores what life was like growing up in a Punjabi Sikh family in 1970s Britain, and it highlights the struggles of having a father and sister that lived with schizophrenia. If you would like more information about these events and the work that we're doing at CAMH, please come find either myself or my colleague Uday here is with me today. We have a table over here on the right-hand side. And we look forward to connecting with you all throughout the festival and really hope that you'll join us in this movement to improve support for people with mental illness in our communities. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Verdi. It's great to see South Asian women in such diverse fields. Everywhere they are represented, whether it's in the arts, in medicine, in cultural space. Now, the other theme that we are focusing on this year is women and women empowerment. After 7 years, I would say it's about time. Suninder, good call on that. But a lot of the films, whether it's about women in rural India fighting against patriarchy, whether it's against women looking for vengeance, it's a great roster of films that I've seen on the lineup. And there's a young woman here who is going to come and tell us a little bit of her own story. She has been through some ups and downs, and she's using her experiences to inspire and help others. So Jessie Brar, please join us on the stage.
Hi, thank you everyone for being here. A little bit about myself, as mentioned, my name is Jessie Brar. I like chocolate, I'm a Bollywood dancer, love Bhangra music. You can often find me in my room watching old Shah Rukh Khan movies. That's a little bit about me. Another thing about me is I actually struggle with my mental health. So I started struggling when I was around 8 years old, and it was depression, anxiety, grew into other things. And growing up, I never had the words to describe how I was feeling. I never had the words to say, Mom, I don't feel okay today. I don't want to go to school because my mental health is hurting. But I could always find a song or a movie or an image that really related to me and conveyed those feelings. So I went on to study film and drama for a few years and got my diploma and wanted to melt my 2 passions together. So last year I actually started an organization called the Mental Health Spotlight. So what we do is each week we share a story from someone in the South Asian community and either their struggle with mental health, how they supported someone, or why they think talking about mental health is important in general. And through this, I ended up creating a few films called the Share Project. So a series that looks over South Asian youth and their mental health journeys and what really sticks for them and what they want everyone else to know. So I'm so excited to be here at IFFSA and present those films with you all later on in May. And I hope you really enjoy them. We put a lot of hard work into them, and I just want to give a huge shout out to my team at Think Brown Media and Jaquil Combo for making this all come together. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So now we're going to see a trailer of the film that we're going to watch later on after this in hall number 8. The film is called October, and it is not a love story. It is a story about love. So I have a synopsis here on my phone. Dan, played by Varun Dhawan, is living the life of any carefree 21-year-old revolving around a bunch of friends and a fellow hotel intern who feeds off each other's everyday moment. Their ups and downs, sorry. These two are feeding off each other's everyday moments in the hotel, like the Crown Hotel in Brampton. So Shuli, one of the interns, who is at times at the receiving end of Dan's audaciousness, falls for Dan. Life goes on until a sudden turn of events smashes Dan and Shuli's lives together, forming a bond that's unlike any other. The emotional connection between them goes through a metamorphosis that brings out a form of love that's unlike any other. There's a lot of unlike any others in this movie. I gotta see it. So without further ado, can we see the trailer for October?
मतलब उसने मेरे बारे में पूछा और तुम लोग ने इतनी बड़ी बात मुझे नहीं बताई। अब मैं उसको कैसे बताऊं कि मैं कहा था?
हाय डैड, तेरी तो सारी ट्रेनिंग ना सफाइयों में निकलने वाली है।
ये 602 के बंडल में अंडरवेयर प्रेस करके किसने भेजा है? इलास्टिक समझ में आता है आप लोग को? ढीली हो जाती है अंडरवेयर। सर लेकिन मैं मक्खी मच्छर मारने तो नहीं आया हूँ ना।
तेरी पता प्रॉब्लम क्या है डैड? वो हटा इरिटेटेड रहता है।
मेरा पता है कब इरिटेट होता हूँ। कब? जब मैं तुम दोनों के साथ रहता हूँ।
Thanks, Dad.
यार बता तो देता, फोन उठाया तो नहीं। मेरी तो हवा की सगी थी आज को देख के यार।
तो कभी आईसीयू गया? नहीं गया ना? मैं गया 2 बार।
2 बार गए?
हाँ, आज और कल।
उसने कॉलेज में कभी या मेरे बारे में पूछा था तुमसे?
I really don't think she was interested in you.
तो मेरे लिए क्यों पूछा उसने? सिस्टर, आज यूरिन आउटपुट ज्यादा नहीं है। आज पानी ज्यादा दिया था।
तुम कोई जॉब नहीं करते क्या? हाँ?
बड़ा हॉस्पिटल करा तो आजकल दवाई दिन वहीं चला होता तो
ज्यादा इफेक्टेड नहीं हो रहा
तुम लोग इतने अनअफेक्टेड कैसे हो?
लेकिन इस तरह सब छोड़ छाड़ के थोड़ा बैठ जाएंगे।
तुमको पहचानेगा भी नहीं। This is what you want. वो आपको नहीं पहचानती है ना पहचाने। आप लोग तो पहचानते हो उसे।
महीने में 2 दिन नहीं मिले तुम्हें घर आने के लिए। You go down. यहाँ सब कुछ मैनेज हो जाएगा। Don't worry.
I'm sorry. अब नहीं जाऊँगा।
October, which we're going to be watching in Hall 8. Something tells me I'm going to be crying in that film. Looks pretty serious. So our next guest is a filmmaker, Mr. Jazz Burke. Jazz Burke is no stranger to this festival. He's always around, always supporting, always participating. And he's going to come and share a few words with us if he is here. Jazz Burke, are you here?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to IFFSA. I'm here talking about the opportunities that we have. I've been working in the industry, and the short film category, this is pretty much the last year I'm going to do short films. My cast and crew and my co-directors here, we're doing feature films now. Do you know how difficult it is to make movies? So the chance to make short films and have an opportunity and a platform like this to showcase your belief, your ideas, your culture, your vision of the future happens in festivals like this. I'm kind of blessed that my alternative stories with my wonderful cast and crews for the last 15, 20 years. IFFSA has been there to the point where they've asked me, even though my film's a little bit on the other side, but we need to tell stories. We need to express ourselves. With the social media and everything, people's attention spans are short. Short films tell honest truths. So I'm very happy to be part of this again and again and again. And I've been there since day one, and plus I can only walk home 5 minutes away. It's probably the best festival in Canada for us. So thank you, and please watch the short films. Do not neglect the short films. Those are the future filmmakers that will stand here and say, it was because of IFFSA gave me a chance to do this. Thank you.
The short films are definitely a good bet. So, you're not investing 3.5 hours if you're not quite sure what you're going to see, but all of the films are great, even the 3-hour ones. Thank you, Jazz, for giving a shout out to the short films.
Thank you. Peace.
Okay, we have another performance for us. Ladies and gentlemen from Shamrock Toronto Dance Troupe are here. Let's welcome them with a big round of applause.
सबका स्वागत स्वागत से करेंगे 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 सबका स्वागत करेंगे सबका स्वागत Y'all ready to bring the rip back? से करेंगे सबका स्वागत से करेंगे सबका स्वागत
Wow, thank you so much to the Shamrock Toronto Dance Troupe. That's a lot of energy for Thursday night. And BMO representing, I didn't know you had it in you, Aman. You know, the Suburban Moms Dance Troupe is here too, but we didn't want to make you guys feel bad. We're in the back. We're just going to wait for the gala. That was really great. And that brings us to the end of the formal program. We have a thank you from Inder, who did not come and show us his dance moves because he's saving them. He doesn't want to, break the internet here. A lot of people are filming. So Inder was going to come and give us a vote of thanks.
Thanks, Aramjeet. Did everybody have fun today? Yeah, I mean, those dancers, Aman, I really wanted to dance. I think, thank you everybody for coming out. As you know, over the years, it even feels, I remember when we started almost 7 years ago, how it felt, it was a smaller crowd, it was not as diverse, and I'm really proud to say that not only we are diverse now, we have so much engagement. And I think this is only possible if people believe in us. The community believes in us, the stakeholders believe in us, and most important, our sponsors, At the end of the day, you cannot do this if there's no support. Whether it is financial support, whether it is support in terms of man hours, whether it is in kind support. And we really, really want to take this opportunity to thank everybody. I want you guys to now get those tickets out, enjoy. Let's hit the last video of the day. I want to give the formal thank you. Can you play it, please? Thanks.
Entertainment the whole world enjoys brings thousands of jobs and billions of dollars to Ontario. Be part of it. We've got it going on.